What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Theme Weaver, the virtual yoga studio here on YouTube for both yoga practitioners as well as yoga teachers who really appreciate when insights, story, philosophy are woven into the practice. This is a 15-minute meditation that will be especially supportive after an argument. It will help you find calm and perspective. So go ahead and begin by creating your seat of meditation. Ideally, sitting on a cushion or in some way, raising your hips higher than your knees. And then position your legs in a comfortable way that is good for your knee joints, your hips, and your ankles. Sit upright, but not necessarily uptight. A bit of softness between your shoulders, all along your neck. Position the arms and the hands, whether that's on your knees or in your lap. And decide what you want to do with your eyes. Either gaze down the bridge of your nose or close your eyes. Bring your mind to your breath and take 3 intentional breaths. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Again, inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. One more like that. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Release any manipulation of your breathing, but try to hold your attention and concentration on the natural flow of your breathing. There's an old parable about 2 people encountering an elephant. One touches its trunk and says, "An elephant is long and flexible like a snake." The other touches its leg and says, "No, an elephant is sturdy and solid like a tree." Their descriptions are completely different, and yet they're touching the exact same animal. Both are experiencing something true, and neither is experiencing the whole truth. Notice the sensations that you brought to this sit. Allow any feelings to be present. And use your breath As an anchor, return to your breath to help soften those sensations. This story teaches the skill of perspective taking, recognizing that what you see depends in part on where you're standing. Sometimes an experience is simply too big for one person to see all of it. Your perspective can be valid without being complete. And remembering that creates room for curiosity instead of certainty. Allow any sensation in the body, any feelings in your heart, turbulence in your mind, allow it to be there so that you don't deny your experience. But bring your attention and your concentration back to your breath to the best of your ability. And in doing so, you're creating that room, that spaciousness. Meditation is so effective at helping you develop the skill of perspective taking because instead of getting swept up in the story that your mind is telling you, you practice stepping back and observing it. Instead of being so certain and saying, this is what happened, you can notice instead, this is how I experienced what happened. That tiny bit of space allows you to hold your perspective without being held by it. Notice physical sensations, allow them to be present. And then bring your mind back to your breath. Perspective taking is especially useful after an argument, but by no means easy. You can walk away completely certain about what happened while the other person walks away equally certain of something different. So instead of asking, how could they possibly see it that way? Ask, what part of the elephant am I holding? And what might they be holding that I can't see? Understanding another perspective doesn't require abandoning your own. Allow any feelings occurring in your body to be. Notice your mental narrative and calm those feelings by bringing your mind back to your breath as it is. Because of your time spent here, may you be a little less attached to being right and a little more curious about what you cannot see. Your experience is valid, but it may not be the only valid experience. Sometimes peace doesn't come from proving who has the elephant right. Sometimes it can be from remembering that you're only holding one part of something much bigger. Notice how being with the breath for even just 15 minutes has made you feel. The sensations in your body or the narrative, the story in your mind. Hopefully a little more space, a little more calm, and a different perspective. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And a sigh out. Open your eyes and release your seat of meditation. I sincerely hope that this supported you and that you're able to re-engage with your day and your life with a little more composure. Thank you so much for meditating with me, and until the next time, Namaste.